Gemini, did you know that the heart is considered to have its own separate intelligence from the brain? When we are talking about resonance with the heart and the brain together, we are talking about wisdom. Today, we're going to be talking about change. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome, my Gemini friends and friends of Gemini. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and hey, I am Zachary. Thank you guys for joining me here, and welcome to my table. So, Gemini, in meditation prior here, I did get a symbol for you guys today. So, the symbol that came through was called the Chalice of Change. I'm going to show you this here. Feel free to pause the video. You can write this down. So, as I'm talking about this here, the instructions that came through for the Chalice of Change here was to hold this in your head and your heart in the process of meditation. So this is an image to be held in your head and your heart. And the reason for both of those locations to be held here are because they have separate intelligences. And the process that is going on with the Chalice of Change here is to bring your head and your heart into resonance with each other. Okay? Okay. So, Gemini, let's go ahead and get into your tarot reading here. Thank you guys so much for your patience and your love as I've been going through some shifts on my end. I truly appreciate it. I want to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I'm so happy and proud to have you guys here. So thank you. If you are interested in becoming a member yourself, feel free to check out below the video here. There's a join button right next to the subscribe button. That's also on my main page. You can check that out there as well. I do offer personal readings if you are interested. That's a link there in the description of this video also. And I do have extended readings available a la carte, and there is a membership level that has access to all of those as well. So feel free to check that out. Okie doke. So this is the Fortuna Tarot deck I'm going to start with here. Spirit, what do we have for Gemini in this period as far as messages? Justice comes out here to start, and Six of Keys. Six of Swords. So Justice is Libra. We did just have the lunar eclipse in Libra, which happy eclipse season, you guys. We made it through. At least, hopefully you did. I hope you guys made it through. The Six of Keys there, Six of Swords, is about transition. So I do feel like we're going to be talking about, well, some change, some transition. What's going on here for my Gemini friends? My fellow gems. How are you guys doing? It's really, really good to be back. I did miss you guys. I needed to get back and see your beautiful shining faces. Okay, so King of Talismans here at the bottom. This is King of Pentacles. So this is your hopes and dreams. So King of Talismans, King of Pentacles, this is about wealth and abundance. This is about success, succeeding. So I do feel like there may be something you guys are working on, specifically project-wise, or working towards. You guys are hoping to become a bit more abundant. And I love that. I hope that for you too, and for me as well. So let's get into this deck here. This is the Untamed Tarot. Spirit, what do we have here for Gemini? My Gemini friends. This is a general message, you guys, so please keep that in mind. If it does resonate with you, that's great. If it doesn't, that's okay to leave it behind. Check out your rising moon, Venus, North Node, any other major placement in your chart. For additional information, you are a complex story, you're more than your sun sign, and I encourage you guys to look, okay? Take a look here on YouTube. All right. Yeah, how did you guys get fair here through the eclipse? It was intense. You guys, it was intense. I know today, this is the day after the eclipse here, the 9th. I'm recording this, and my energy levels are starting to kind of shift a little bit, but it was exhausting. It was exhausting. Queen of Cups here. So this is your fear aversion. Queen of Cups, it's the quality of intuition that's coming through here. I feel like there is, especially coming through the eclipses here, being in Mercury retrograde now as well, in Aries, we are tapping into some portions of our inner world like the Queen of Cups is talking about here, and it may be a bit frightening to you, maybe a bit much to hold the truth on something. There is an aversion to maybe even diving too deep. Just what you did see or what was illuminated through the eclipse was difficult to swallow. And you guys, I can relate to that as well. I'm working on swallowing it, but it was a lot. It was a lot. It was an axolotl, okay, you guys. So to start here in your general, you have the Nine of Candles, Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. I feel like you guys, in this process of change here with this chalice of change, I feel like the point of this glyph coming through here at this time is to assist you in finishing off some change. Out of every sign here in the zodiac, Gemini is the one that is the best at adapting to change. We live for it, usually. Sometimes there are things, though, that are very difficult to change, and that makes sense, having the head and heart, the idea of the head and heart wisdom coming through, resonance coming through, to make the shift, whatever this change is that's required. This is Moon and Sagittarius energy as well, so I feel like there is some great movement that's happening in the emotional and subconscious realms. The moon symbolizes our deepest fears as well. Feel like someone's a little bit scared out there, and that's understandable depending on what's been illuminated here. So Four of Wands comes in here next to clarify. Crossing a major threshold, you guys. This is a big change, whatever's going on for you right now, and I feel like it's the change of all changes. Tis the season for change, but it's almost like there's been a lot of changes, I feel like, for a lot of you, and you're tired too. Like I said, Gemini is really good about adapting to change and moving through that, but there comes a point too where even Gemini needs some comfort, you know? Gemini needs some respite, some recharge. Anything else here, please, for Gemini in the general? This is the Sleepwalker Tarot. I actually randomly had this deck show up from a company I purchased the 8-bit tarot from, and it was a mix-up, but also at the same time, not really. Like, it very much reminds me of narcolepsy, because every character on here has their eyes closed as if they are dreaming. The Sleepwalker. Yeah, oh gosh, you guys. The High Priestess. The subconscious realm, the deep subconscious realm. The Queen of Cups here, wrong deck, in your fear aversion, the Queen of Cups here, she is very similar to High Priestess energy. The difference is she's a bit more social. The High Priestess is less about taking you or leaving you and more about leaving you. She'll go do her own thing. So I feel like there was a deep dive here with the eclipse season. And whatever's come up is a little bit hard to swallow. So let's talk about it. Gosh, lots of Sagittarius energy, you guys. Eight of Wands comes in here next. Your good news is good news, you guys. I love that. The Eight of Wands is good news. It's a quick moving energy. I feel like as soon as it's more about this, I guess it's sort of surrender, accepting what is, because it is. As soon as you get to that point of accepting something, that's what I almost said. As soon as you get to that point of accepting something, this energy is able to move in a way that becomes fortuitous for you, becomes beneficial. Right now, there is a block, I feel like, for a lot of you. Whatever did come up that was illuminated in the eclipse season, I do get this feeling of like moving for some of you, like either someone you care about or love moved away, had to move away, maybe even passed away. Maybe you had to leave a situation, a job, had to move yourself. Eight of Wands, Eight of Candles here is Mercury in Sagittarius. I feel like with Mercury in retrograde right now, there is a difficulty in expressing something to yourself, um, accepting something, okay? But as soon as you do, there is positive movement. There are benefits. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups comes in here to clarify this next. Creativity, romance. I feel like indulging in love. Um, Whatever this is, whatever the hangup is, it is blocking this flow of divine love for yourself, for others, from others. And because of that, you're feeling shattered. Like the cup here is totally obliterated. And I feel like for some of you, that's how you're feeling. So being in the good stuff here, though, there is a possibility to really work through this. But you need to let go. You need to surrender to what is, the reality of what is. And that can be hard. I get that. I get that. The Two of Pentacles comes in here as well to clarify. This is balance. So it's this idea of like natural balance that's coming in for me. Nature has a way of balancing, right? If we got the hell out of the way, nature would be just fine. It's us that are here to learn to balance. Nature knows what it's doing. And part of what nature is doing is surrendering to its own forces. I feel like the request here, as soon as you do that, there's more joy that comes into your life. This little gesture here. There's more happiness. The love comes back in. And I feel like you guys are like starved for love. You're tired of shades of gray and black and white. You miss color. Well, that is available, okay? But there is a need to surrender to something right now, to a process, to the reality of something that is. And I know that it feels difficult to do that, but as soon as you do, things move in the way that they need to. Hell yes. So what you don't see here, what's in the dark, what you don't see coming, the underlying message, you have the Magician. This is very much your energy, you and Virgo. I feel like it's really important right now for you to ground yourself so that the energies that are floating around you, like I said, can flow in the way that they need to. But what you don't see here is that you have everything that you need to provide for yourself what it is that you do need, what it is that you do want to manifest. I do feel like the component that's missing here is the amount of energy that it takes for the Magician to create something, to manifest. The Magician is the will to create. It isn't always like necessarily that energy in action. It's a little bit more Chariot. But that energy that you require to manifest here is exists in the good stuff here. As soon as you surrender to whatever is, all that energy that's floating around can flow in a way that you're able to produce what you need to. I do see the caduceus here that Mercury holds, Hermes holds. With Mercury being in retrograde right now, I feel like there are, so the whole story with Mercury retro, Hermes, he is the messenger god. Hermes would go to the underworld during Mercury retrograde, and that is why there was chaos for the people above, but the people knew that he would return, and the whole point of the transit of the trip was for him to bring back truth from the underworld for the humans. So as soon as Mercury, Hermes, goes back into its normal transit, things go back to normal, or we are illuminated through that process of him being gone, or them being gone, excuse me. They are they, but that is the process that's going on right now. And I feel like that's a part of the surrender that you need, that needs to be happening. You need to surrender to. This is not in your control. Things are chaotic right now, and there is an order in surrendering to chaos as well when needed. Okay? So Five of Pentacles comes in here as well. This is health issues, financial issues, being out in the cold, out from where it is comfortable and warm. Being in what you don't see here is you may not see that you are in the room adjacent to where you want to go. What you may not see here is that you have everything that you need, like the magician is talking about. You have everything that you need to move over to unlock the door here to ascertain your freedom, the horse represents. You may not see that you're the one who has the key in your pocket to open this door. Anything else here in what is hidden for Gemini, please? Gemini, Gemini. And I feel it, you guys. I feel you too. Oh, Eight of Wands again. Strength here at the bottom as well. You have everything that you need to get through this, okay? So Eight of Wands again. What you don't see is that there is already a motion, or things are already in motion right now. And this is kind of where I feel like that surrender is coming in too. These wands have been flung across the yard and they are coming down because gravity's pulling it down, right? That is not in your control. You can't control that the walls or the wands are coming down. Walls are coming down. Interesting. Maybe you can't control that either. I do feel like I did, was it Taurus? There was, or was it Aries? I think it was Aries. Anyhow, there was a message about these walls are coming down. They need to come down. I think it was Aries. Anyhow, I feel like this energy is happening for you guys as well. With the eclipse coming through the eclipse here, there are walls, or there were walls that are being obliterated here. Like I described it like the Berlin Wall. How are you going to respond having the two components of yourself being able to meet? Is it going to be peace or is it going to be war? I feel like peace is available when you surrender, okay? Okay, so your challenge here. I feel like this is a rough period for you guys, Gemini, to be honest with you. And there's been a lot of messages coming through about heartbreak. This is Three of Keys here, Three of Swords. Heartbreak, loss, powerful, stormy emotions. So being in your challenge, I feel like, I do feel like this is attached to the eclipse illuminations as well. Whatever pain is being highlighted here, this could be something that you've already gone through. It could be something you're currently going through. Maybe there is a process of like continued loss even that's going on. The challenging part about this is realizing that no matter the damage, not only is it your duty to yourself to heal this for yourself, but nobody else can do that either. That is a challenge. But you hold the key to readdressing the balance within yourself, okay? Through surrender. I feel like there's just that, the main theme that's coming through here is absolutely surrender. Four of Cups here. So Four of Cups, there's this idea of treat is what comes through. Interesting. There's a gift. There's something being presented to you. There are options that are in front of you, but there is a divine option of some sort that is being presented. Has been, will be. There is a potential of missing this, though, if you are too focused on pain, heartbreak, too focused on yourself, negativity. So the challenge here is catching whatever this firefly is, whatever this additional cup is, this chalice. Your chalice of change. To bring that right on back. I feel like it would be very helpful for you, like I said. Meditate with this symbol here. Allow it to wash over you is what comes through. It's not always easy to, like what I see is skydiving. Once you're out of that plane, obviously at some point, you need to activate the parachute there. But no matter how much you thrash and fight against the wind, gravity, It's already set, the action is already set in motion. The only thing for you to do, really, that is for your highest good is to find some way to enjoy the free fall, right? The additional stress and cortisol in your system there is not helping anything really. So find a way to enjoy the free fall. Yeah. Any additional advice here for Gemini on approaching this challenge? How do they let go? Let go, let go. Just get in. What you waiting for? Frou. Beauty in the breakdown. That's what comes through. Thank you, Spirit. There's beauty in the breakdown here. Ooh. Ooh. What a great song, too. Gosh, you guys. I love that song. I just got all the chills on that. There's beauty in the breakdown here, okay? In allowing yourself to break down whatever this is that has happened, because there's a lot of shattering, even in the good stuff with the Knight of Cups, like I said. There's a lot of obliterating of blocks. The beauty is allowing the fresh air and the sunlight in that hasn't been allowed in this process of resisting. Okay, so a few came out here. Death. There's a need to allow that process to transition. You guys surrender. There is a new day dawning, but if you're turned towards yesterday, then you won't see that sun until it sets again and becomes yesterday again. I like that too. Thank you, Spirit. Turn towards the dawn. Realize that there is a new day. King of Cups. This is centering yourself, allowing yourself to feel and have the emotional experience that you're having, but not to let it capsize you, right? You have Knight of Cups here again. Let this cup, let it fall apart. There's beauty in the breakdown, you guys. And then Nine of Swords comes in here too. The component of the Nine of Swords, so this is anxiety, pain, insomnia, you know, a waking nightmare. The encouragement here, one of the encouragements with the Nine of Swords is to move away from, like, it's not so uncomfortable that you're totally moving away from it, but it's not so comfortable that you're leaning into it either. Let it fall apart. You won't fall apart, okay? There is a reason that this is happening. Having two eight of wands come through here, I feel like that's a very happy sign, okay? It may not feel like it, but things are going to be more than okay. So three main pieces of advice or messages here for Gemini, please, Spirit. Ask your angels, seek the divine. Your angels want to support you. Let your guides, let your angels be your parachute right now when it comes time to release that parachute. But in the meantime, enjoy the ride. Find a way to enjoy the ride. Obsession, focusing too much on one situation, the need to take a step back. Let this fall apart. Find the beauty in the breakdown. Don't focus on the breakdown. Focus on where the beauty is. Turn your face to the dawn, not to the setting sun, which can also be beautiful, but in this instance, it is causing you pain. Dedication. Stay dedicated to your goals, efforts that will reap success. Don't forget why you came here, is what comes to mind. Don't forget why you came, Gemini, okay? So let's get into your spirit animal messages. This is the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal Oracle. 24/24 on the timer as well. What do we have for Gemini, please? My Gemini friends. My Gemini brothers and sisters. Oh, and non-binary family members. So Buffalo here at the bottom. The Buffalo is not fazed by any obstacles in the road. They are trusting in the universe. They are trusting on the horizon. They know that they will get there slow and steady, and there's nothing that phases them. The butterfly here is what you have. And you've had the butterfly, I think maybe even in the last reading, last couple readings. There's a major transformation that's going on here. The concept of grace and compassion for yourself as you're going through, like if this is a transition for somebody else that's close to you, there is a request to have this grace and compassion, but especially if this is you. The grace and compassion that you have for yourself right now is allowing yourself to break down. Know that you are held. Know that you are waiting to be held or waiting to be caught. It's difficult to be caught if you don't take the leap, though, or if you don't allow yourself to free fall. I kind of get the concept of like when you're drunk, because you're so relaxed, there's less damage to the body if you have a fall or if you're in a car accident because you're relaxed. It's this resistance, this tensing up that causes more damage, more harm. So that's the request here, is to relax. You will be caught before you hit the ground. But even in this process of being caught, if you are tense, that impact is still going to hurt. So relax. Relax, my Gemini friends. Okay. What messages do we have here in the archetype oracle, please, for Gemini? I totally understand, you guys. I am Gemini too. So in a lot of ways, I can very much see this energy applying to me as well, especially this last week. It's been a free fall. It's been a free fall. And there have been moments where I've been tensing up because it's scary and it hurts. But let's just trust the process, okay? The flame. I'm going to read this from the book here. 51, that's also 6. That's the Lover's card. That's us, you guys. Look at us go. The flame. The fire, the spark, the glimmer. In Sanskrit, the word for fire is Ajni. The ancient yogis saw this flame at the center of the abdomen and believed it to be responsible for our vitality. When it is lit, we are connected to our purpose and sense that life is a sacred gift. It is said that those who cannot see the sacred around them have let their inner flame go out. Think of this card as a call to reignite that fire, to cup your hands gently around those things you've forgotten and protect the flame, no matter how harshly the winds around you blow. It could be an inner archetype that begs you to light its wick. It is likely that the poet, the mystic, or the shaman would call to you with the language of the flame. So I get this, I don't know if I was holding that to the side. I get this concept of like instead of, as you're falling here, letting your arms flail because you're scared, like I said, bringing that in and protecting your inner fire. So you're not bracing yourself for impact, but you are holding your own inner fire, your own inner spark. You guys can do this, okay? Gemini, I know this is a difficult transformative time right now, but I do love you. If you do want to join me for the extended, that's where I'm moving here. So feel free to check that out in the description. Like I said, I have that a la carte, or you can join membership to have access to all of them. Again, I do have personal readings available, and my Cash App and PayPal links are in the description if you do feel called to donate. Thank you guys so much to those who have. It is truly so helpful in my journey here and running this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if this is where we part, again, thank you guys so much for being here. If this reading resonated with you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get alerts when I do have new videos coming out. And I will see you all very soon. Okay? Bye.